Good morning, my friends. This is Deepak. So, today I begin a new series with you, and I have now done 14 sessions on the mystery of death. Hopefully, by now, we're on the same page that everyday reality is a dreamscape that is projected by consciousness. And the dreamscape includes that which we call the body-mind and the physical universe. Once again, the dreamscape includes that which we call the body-mind and that which we call the universe. So now that we've explored the different possibilities of changes of state post what we call post this particular story, personal story, in the dreamscape, that infinite options are available, even in what is usually referred to as the afterlife. But there's no before or after, there's just ceaselessly shifting changes of state. And those ceaselessly shifting changes of state create different scenarios, different ego identities, different conditioned minds, different interpretations of perceptual activity, therefore different experience of that which we call the body-mind and that which we call the physical universe. All that is part of the dreamscape, and of course the dreamscape is shifting ceaselessly. Dreamscape is never a constant. Your body is never a constant, your mind is never a constant, and your experience of the physical world is never a constant. The only thing that's constant is the presence of being, which is consciousness. And in this particular case, your personal consciousness is an aspect of infinite consciousness, therefore formless, dimensionless, but giving you the experience of dimensionality. And that personal consciousness is not in time, because it's spaceless and dimensionless and infinite and formless. So we've gone over that. Shifting states creates different scenarios, different ego identities, different conditioned minds, different perceptual activities, different thoughts, different emotions, therefore different reality. So now that we've explored this mystery as the mystery of death, now let's explore it as the mystery of life and the mystery of existence, because it's all entangled. The mystery of existence, the mystery of life, the mystery of death, the mystery of death are all entangled. So now we take a new journey and we start today. And the new journey is, how do we experience everyday immortality? How do we experience everyday immortality? If you're ready, we can begin. So, timeless being can experience everyday immortality. And when timeless being orchestrates its everyday experience of reality, then timeless being is reminded of its own immortal nature, of its own timeless nature. Timeless being is not your ego identity, which is a modified expression of timeless being, what we call Atman, Jiva, the seeds of memory, past experience, desire. They are the seeds in pure consciousness that are giving you a personal identity, or the basis of personal identity, which is also constantly transforming into new identities over time. And each of these identities are experiencing a different body-mind and a different experience of the universe. Once you start to see that everything is a projection, call it what you will, projection, dreamscape, illusion, fluctuation, simulation, all these things are pretty good descriptions of our everyday experience of reality. But remember, that experience of everyday reality is also the experience of that which we call my body, my mind, my emotions, my relationships, my perceptions, my interpretations. All of that, my and me, are the filter through which we experience body, mind, and that which we call the universe. So we can shift that every day, and we can choreograph that every day. And the more we do that, the more we realize that we are the choreographer, we are the director, we are the producer, we are the hero, we are the villain, we are the saint, we are the sinner, we are the divine, we are the diabolical, we are the sacred, we are the profane, we are the creativity, we are the inertia, we are the evolution, we are the destruction, we are everything that can be remotely imagined or put in a word or a phrase or a sentence. But ultimately, we are our story. So it is said that to be human is to have a story. And every story, of course, is a backstory, a present story, a future story. Every story has good guys and bad guys. Every story has challenges. Every story, the hero or the protagonist falls down, but every story, the protagonist also gets up. Every story is a love story. Every story is a dream. Every story has a vision. Every story is emotional. And ultimately, every story is spiritual. If it's not a spiritual love story, then it's not a great story. Okay, so to be human is to have a story. But to know that you are the writer of every story that you experience is freedom. Because then you can also enjoy your story and at the same time be detached from it, because you know that there are other stories that you can create. In fact, there are infinite stories that you can create. That's what it means to be meta-human. Meta-human is to know that you can actualize in everyday experience, in the dreamscape, any story you want. As long as you surrender to imagination and to the wisdom of uncertainty and detach, then you can actualize any story that you want. And at the same time, you can be free of all stories. Freedom from all stories and the orchestrator of infinite stories is what meta-human means. That's all it means. Okay, meta means beyond, and human in this case means beyond conditioned mind, which means stuck in one story. So today start the process of deconstructing stories and then reconstructing the stories we want to enjoy. Upgrade the dreamscape, upgrade the fluctuation, upgrade the matrix, upgrade the fluctuation, upgrade the excitation, upgrade the emotions, upgrade the perceptions, upgrade the interpretations, upgrade the imagination, and keep upgrading the simulation, the dreamscape, the illusion every day, including upgrading the illusory appearance of the body, upgrading the mind, upgrading intuition, insight, imagination. If you keep upgrading this every single day, you will know that you are the creator of illusions. You are the creator of dreamscapes. Why do we need to do this? Well, because right now the dreamscape is a nightmare, right? I can't call it anything else except that because I'm watching it as a silent witness and I know that it's a dreamscape, a nightmare, then I can also change it and I can also be independent of it. Both things are important. Why do I say it's a nightmare? Well, if you get totally embedded into the dreamscape right now, which is the nightmare, then what do you see? You see extinction of species, you see war, you see terrorism, you see mass hysteria, you see panic, you see mass recycling of panic, you see the stress causing people's immune systems to be compromised, inflamed, you see suicide, you see climate change, you see biohacking, you see cyber warfare, you see atomic weapons, mechanized death, all of that.
I found this on the web for biohacking and seaside warfare. Check it out.
So there you go. Siri overheard me. I have to disconnect Siri. Okay, so that's the nightmare right now. It's causing biological chaos because the biology is part of the nightmare as well. You're sitting in a movie theater watching a frightening movie and you're so embedded in it that every time there's in the movie a frightening scene, because you're in the movie, even though you're in the cinema hall, you're watching the movie, you're so embedded in the movie that everything in the movie that's tragic causes your blood pressure to go up, your heart rate to go up. It's all part of the movie, by the way. And immune system compromised, and some people so scared of the movie that they basically pee in their pants, literally, in the dreamscape. So we need to upgrade the illusion all the time, recognizing that we are the choreographer, the director, the producer, the villain, and the hero. So here we are. Here we are. Everyday immortality means upgrading the dreamscape every day so you know that it's a dreamscape. When you can change it, then it's a dreamscape. So let me also share with you a very powerful prayer from the Course in Miracles that I used actually 40 years ago with my colleagues and friends, and a course that we were doing to later introduced to my children as well. And the prayer is somewhat like this. It says, I am responsible for what I see. I am responsible for what I see, which means that my perceptual activity and how I interpret that perceptual activity is my responsibility. I am responsible for what I see. I choose the feelings I experience. I choose the feelings by shifting to the feeling I want. You know, right now you can feel your body and remember when you fell in love. And right now you'll shift your biology. So I'm responsible for what I see. I choose the feelings I experience. I set the goals I would achieve, and everything that seems to happen to me. Not everything that happens to me, because nothing happens to the true self. Everything that seems to happen to me, I ask for and I receive. You know, if you take this prayer literally, your life will be miraculous. If you take this prayer literally, your life will be miraculous now and forever. So, lesson 1 on upgrading the dreamscape. And these are notes both from MetaHuman and something I read a long time ago called The Way of the Wizard. Because you are the wizard. You are the alchemist. You are the sorcerer. You are the shaman. You are the dream weaver. So here's lesson 1. 1. Principle 1. You are pure awareness. Pure awareness is the ultimate supreme genius inside you. As pure awareness, you see and know everything. Once again, as pure awareness, you see and know everything. 2. Your true self, which is a modified form of pure awareness, is beyond opposites of light and dark, good and evil, pleasure and pain. So your true self is independent of all opposites. It's like a mirror. Everything is reflected. The good, the bad, the joyful, the miserable, everything. Everything. Because you are infinite. So your true self is beyond light and dark, good and evil, pleasure and pain. Principle number 2. Principle number 3. Everything you see as awareness has its roots in an invisible, hidden, dimensionless, infinite field of all possibilities. Principle number 3. Principle number 4, the scenery, which is the world, the universe, reflects the moods of your being. So as your being changes its moods, changes its states of thinking, states of knowing, states of feeling, states of emotion particularly, but also its interpretations of perceptual activity. As you, the being behind the scenery, shift in your state, in your moods, then the scenery changes. And the scenery includes body, mind, and everything. Stars, galaxies, suns, moons, trees, clouds, animals. Whatever you perceive is a symbolic representation of your state of being. Your body is a symbolic representation, your mind, your emotions, your perceptions. So the scenery or nature reflects the moods of your state of being. 4th principle. 5th principle, the body and the mind may sleep, but awareness is always awake. Awareness never sleeps, even in deep sleep. Awareness never sleeps. Awareness never sleeps in what we call death. Death is just the gap between perceptual and mental activity, just like sleep is. So the activity that we call perception, cognition, emotions, that may go away in deep sleep. So the body and mind are part of the dreamscape, and when the dream is quiescent and the fluctuations are quiescent, then the body and mind are asleep. But awareness is standing there as a silent witnessing, because if something goes wrong, awareness immediately notifies the body-mind to wake up. Okay, principle number 5. The body and the mind may sleep, but awareness, you as the true self, are always awake in any moment, and every moment, timelessly and now. And principle number 6, the true self, which is beyond the ego, body, mind, which is you, possesses the secrets of immortality. Let's call the true self the wizard, because right now I was, in a way, translating some notes from the way of the wizard. So let's summarize the 6 principles in lesson 1 from the way of the wizard leading to metahuman. Number one, a wizard exists in all of us. The wizard sees and knows everything. Number two, the wizard is beyond opposites of light and dark, good and evil, pleasure and pain. Number three, everything the wizard sees has its roots in the unseen, invisible, infinite world. Number four, nature reflects the moods of the wizard. Number five, the body and mind may sleep, but the wizard is always awake. And number six, the wizard, that's you, possesses the secret of immortality. The wizard is the inner intelligence within you, the ultimate and supreme genius that mirrors the wisdom of the cosmos. What could be a greater privilege? What could be a greater privilege for all of us than to know that we are the wizard, that we are the orchestrator of reality, that we are the creator and the orchestrator of reality. So let me read something from the Mahanarayana Upanishad, and this will be our mantra today. Om Tad Brahma, Om Tad Vayu, Om Tad Atma, Om Tad Satyam, Om Tat Sarvam, Om Tat Puror Namah. Om, the sacred sound, the universal I am, is Brahma, the creator. Om is Vayu, the movement of the atmosphere. Om, man modifies itself as the finite self. Om is the supreme truth. Om is the multitude of bodies of creatures. Salutations to Om. So what's our mantra today? The mantra is Om Tat Sat. Om Tat Sat. Om Tat Sat. So that's it for today. If you like the idea, I'm going to continue now, moving on from the mystery of death to the mystery of existence, the mystery of birth, the mystery of life, and the secrets of immortality. Everyday immortality. So would you like me to continue this series, Everyday Immortality? Please tell me if you do. I'm from Ecuador. God bless you. God bless you too. Tito. Kuman. Life is what you make it. Correct. It's the story you're telling yourself. What's your story? Hope. Great privilege alchemists, Akashic Chronicles. Yeah, we are not only exploring the Akashic Chronicles, we are now creating the Akashic Chronicles. Om Tat Sat. Om Tat Sat. Aurora Carlson. Thank you. Om Tat Sat.